has an eye that is effaced, and written between his eyes is Kafir. And the Prophet then spelled it Kafara, Kafara, and every Muslim will read it. Related that the Messenger of Allah said, I know more about what the Dajjal has with him than he himself knows. With him are two flowing rivers in the vision of the eye. The first one is white water in the vision of the eye. The second one is burning fire. If he, the Dajjal, reaches one of you, then let him go to the one who he sees as being fire, and let him close his eyes. Then let him bend his head and drink, for it is indeed cold water, and the Dajjal has an eye that is obliterated. Over it is coarse skin that covers the eye. Written between his eyes is Kafir, which every believer will read, regardless of whether he is literate or illiterate. And I heard it from the Messenger of Allah, related the same from Shuba. The fire of the Dajjal is paradise, and his paradise is fire. Related that the Messenger of Allah said, Shall I not inform you of a hadith about the Dajjal that no other prophet related to his people? Indeed, he is one-eyed, and verily with him will come that which is similar to paradise and the hellfire. The one that he says is paradise is in fact the fire. I warn you about him as Noah warned his people about him. The messenger warned his nation not to be deceived by what the Dajjal has with him in terms of apparent strength and means of making trials. I witnessed Jabir Abdullah make an oath by Allah that Ibn Sayyad is the Dajjal. I said, You swear by Allah? He said, I indeed heard Umar make an oath to that effect in the presence of the Prophet, and the Prophet did not reproach him. And in a narration related by Nafi ibn Umar met in one of the roads of Al-Madinah, Ibn Umar said words that brought about his anger, and he became inflated until he filled the road. And in another narration, Ibn Sayyad snorted the strongest snort of a donkey, struck him until his stick broke. When Ibn Umar entered upon his sister Hafsa, the mother of the believers, she said, What did you want from Ibn Sayyad? Didn't you know that the Messenger of Allah said, Indeed, he, the Dajjal, will come out because of something he will be angry about? Ibn Sayyad is not the greater Dajjal. Some scholars say that some of the companions would think that Ibn Sayyad was the Dajjal, but he is not the Dajjal, rather he was just an insignificant man. On one occasion, Ibn Sayyad accompanied in a journey between Mecca and Al-Madinah. He became weary with what the people were saying concerning him being the Dajjal. He said to Abu Sa'id, Did not the Messenger of Allah say, Verily he will not enter Al-Madinah, and it was there where I was born? And did not the Messenger of Allah say that a child will not be born to him? And a child was born to me. And verily he, the Dajjal, is a disbeliever, whereas I have indeed accepted Islam. Despite this, Ibn Sayyad said, I am the most knowledgeable of people concerning him, the Dajjal, and the most knowledge concerning his place where were it to be offered to me to be him, I would not dislike that. In another narration, was mentioned in the presence of the Prophet, Umar said, He claims that he passes by nothing without it. Speaking to him, the point, however, is that Ibn Sayyad is without a doubt not the Dajjal that comes out at the end of times. This is proven by the hadith of Fatima bint Fahir, for Her hadith is the clear judge in this matter, and Allah knows best. Fatima bint Qais hadith about the Dajjal and what Tamim ad-Dari related in regards to him, saying Al-Jassasam and ad-Dajjal. Hamdan asked Fatima bin Qais, sister of ad-Dahhak ibn Qais, and one of the earlier ones who migrated, related to me a hadith that you heard from the Messenger of Allah. Do not narrate it from anyone other than him. She said, I married Al-Mughira, who was in those days from the best of youth among